prison officers in Bogger Road were a special breed of screw, if you like, and we had the worst prisoners not only in Queensland but in Australia. The 80s were a bad decade for riots and unrest, so we became the experts in riot control throughout Australia. We had a new Controller General of Prisons, and his name was Keith Hamburger. Wouldn't know a jail if it got up and bit him round the throat. He wanted to change the way prisons operated in Queensland. Security, unfortunately, was very low on the list.
You know, we had a massive skirmish in D Wing in 2 Jail. The lights were put out, and this is in the night. The prisoners had set fires in there and jemmied the gate. We couldn't open it. Now, we had the fireys come in, and 2 of them we had to escort over to the yard. Now, mind you, the whole jail's in a riot condition. There's banging noises, screaming. They were melting the plastic of the toilet down on the 3rd landing and tipping it out on us, trying to get us, right? Melting plastic. We had to put shields above our heads and shields in front of us to stop the debris coming out of the gate, so that we get the fireys up there to use their oxy and cutting tools to cut the locks. Once we had that gate open, the chief, he threw in a triple chaser. It's a gas canister in 3 parts. So when you throw it in, it explodes, and boom, boom, boom. You got gas everywhere. Well, the gas was so thick, you could chew it. And you put a gas mask on, and you wouldn't get 10 minutes out of it. And the filter was blocked. And the crims had all gone to the top landing, hadn't they? And the gas went up, didn't it? And there were screams, and their little heads pushing through the bars like that. Ah, come on, save me, save me, save me! Probably the biggest effect on me was the head dive. This was in K Wing, on the top landing. The prisoner stood up on the rail, tucked his hands in his belt, and then just leant forward and fell and drove his head straight into the tiles on the floor. Anyway, there was another officer unlocking the bottom landing, and this bloke, when he hit them pavers at such force that his brain spluttered everywhere and over the officer's pants. And the officer shook the brains off, and he said, "Ho, ho, ho, this is not going to stop me playing golf this afternoon."
My fellow officers, in the main, were good men. They were good men who copped a lot. I mean, they did nights in there, and I mean, I'm not kidding. You could put a saddle on some of the rats.